Whose school?
Our school.
Whose war?
Their war.
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 Whose school?
Our school.
At least counter-recruitment in a sense is truthful recruitment. You know, they have all these brochures that glorify the war. Like, they have pictures of Apaches and M16s, and they don't talk about the PTSD or none of the depleted uranium. So we're here to say that we actually want to educate people before they start talking to the recruiters. You know?
I mean, they just announced in the mainstream press, it was either PI or the Times yesterday, that they were going to cut $600 million from the community college and the university budget in the state of Washington. And yet the Pentagon just announced that, or they just passed the Pentagon budget of over $600 billion. So there's hundreds of billions of dollars for the military, but yet we're saying we have to cut, you know, funding for community colleges and universities. It's outrageous. And this is the way, concrete way for students to try to make it a no-go zone for recruiters to come onto our campuses. What we can do to try to stop this war.
Yeah, we've got a poll going here, military off of Seattle Central. We're letting the students decide. I mean, this is an institution that's blatantly racist and sexist and homophobic. I mean, they go and prey on communities of color, on poor communities. And I mean, that's why they're here at Seattle Central Community College, because people need funding for school. And they're going to try to lie to people saying they're actually going to get any money at all. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. What they're really here to do is to send people over to Iraq and Afghanistan because the wars are failing and they need more warm bodies to catch bullets.
Before the walkout in 2005, they used to publicly announce that they were going to come, and then after we kicked them off campus, they started not announcing it. And now I think today marks a time when they think they can actually openly announce it. So the Coast Guard and the Navy, and we thought there were going to be 3 other branches, were all planning on being here. And so we want to make sure that anytime they publicly say that they're going to be here, that they know that there's going to be counter-recruiters. So that hopefully, we wanted to make it a no-go zone on campus, where recruiters do not feel comfortable to come and lie to students.
I mean, this t-shirt here is a picture from the Associated Press back in 2005, when 300 students surrounded the U.S. Army. They were told by the school administration not to show up because there would be a protest. They showed up anyway. And we just said, enough is enough. We're here to learn. And I think they've gotten a little too confident about their position on the school. We gotta remind them what actually happens here, that students run the school, not the military.
Oh, join the military, learn a trade, get college money, see the world, wear a uniform, earn respect. There's other ways to earn respect, you know? There's other ways to be a patriot. You don't just have to wear a uniform to be a patriot. That's not the only way you serve your country. The thing is that we always saw, like, if they're going to be occupying a whole bunch of other countries like Iraq and Afghanistan, then we're going to occupy their table and disrupt their business as usual, you know? Yeah. I mean, do you ever think about this stuff? Does it ever, like, click in your head? You mentioned that. Do you ever say, oh my God? Do you ever just wake up one morning and say, oh my God, fuck, you know? I'm actually, like, contributing to the war machine. You ever think about that? I mean, that's just a question. You actually just wake up one morning and say, damn, you know, I'm responsible for sending, like, somebody's young son and daughter to go fight in the war. Does it even, like, click like a conscience, you know? Like, does it ever, like, get the head spinning on top?
Are you told to not respond to him when he asks a question, or not respond to anyone?
Not at all. But it's just ridiculous. I mean, you have to really think about this.
I don't agree with the institution. That's why I don't want them here, because I don't want people, I don't want, my friends and colleagues who are here learning, trying to better their future, to go into the military. If they go into the military, I have a friend who lost an eye in the military, and his face is all scarred up, and, you could lose an arm, you could do this or that, and even that, but just like mental scarring. Like, it's not worth the risk for the money for college. I don't think they're presenting that case very well. So I'm here trying to make sure that my friends don't go to the military.
And in the U.S. military...
You really don't have the right to harass her. You have the right to harass her. You do not have the right.
I'm not harassing her. I'm giving her the facts on what...
She's not going to say.
I'm talking to her about depleted uranium. I'm talking to her about depleted uranium. I'm telling you too. I'm talking to her about depleted uranium.
And I don't think they should be coming to an institution where people is trying to get educated. So they shouldn't even be here recruiting people to go and kill more people. So they just shouldn't be here.
I think what was really good about today was that, I mean, we were able to organize this in just a span of a few days. And, you know, before, as I mentioned before the walkout in 05, before that we had, you know, 4 or 5 people passing out flyers against the recruiters, something we try to do on a regular basis. This happened just in a matter of a few days, and we had a number of people with kids talking to people, you know, proposing an alternative to the military. And you know, I think they've seen that there are many people on this campus that don't support them, and hopefully they keep that in mind the next time they want to come here again.
Oh, cool, thank you.